The other thing is, this is actually a major win, is asking for referrals and asking for introductions. So if you've joined a company recently, there are probably executives, customer success people that are connected to the people you're trying to get hold of. If you just go and look at the LinkedIn and see who they're connected with. And one of the like super valuable things that I like doing is drafting an email that my manager sends to a contact, or my VP sends to someone they're already connected to in the industry. So, you've got a leader, they've been in the business for 2 years, 3 years. They probably prospected maybe 2 years ago, or maybe they're just connected to someone. You do all the work for that person. Like this is the problem when you ask someone to do an introduction, you do nothing for them. You say, look, can you introduce me to that person? No. When you're asking for someone in your company to make an intro for you, you tell them what exactly you want to happen. So in the subject line is, I'd like you to make an intro to John at company X. Your paragraph is, hi boss, I see you're connected to John at company X. I've drafted an email below. Can you send it to them? It's already written. All they have to do then is copy, paste, and you also put the email address. Don't let them figure out, right? You tell them who to email. You tell them, you even put your email for CCC. So that makes sense, right? You put your email address, their email address, your email address, and the body of the email, and you get them to just send emails. Like most progressive, motivated sales leaders, CEOs have one goal: it's sales, growth, revenue, targets, right? They will do this for you. What tends to happen in early stage startups, I do it in my example, years ago when I was really hustling, I had tons of meetings with people that I haven't contacted in years. But I guarantee you if I sent an email to them today, they would respond. So like you've got lots of people that already work in the company that you work in that are connected with lots of other people. Get them to send the emails on your behalf, but make it easy for them to do it. Then the other thing is prospects, customers that you have relationships with. So let's say you just win a new deal. I think this is just a good, like goodwill philosophy. And I know in companies you have territories, you've got account ownership and stuff like that. But if in your business, imagine this, if the philosophy was that every person you signed, after they signed, you say, look, I really enjoyed the process that we went through together. I'm really grateful that you've gone ahead, excited that you're going to be a long-term customer. Can you introduce me to someone in your network that you think has the same challenge you're faced with? Yes, John. John comes back. Oh, it's not in your contact, it's not in your territory, it's not in your name. No, great. You make a big noise on Slack, your internal Slack channel, you email the other SDR in the team, you CC your boss and you say, look, I've just got a referral from so-and-so. If everyone in your team was doing this, it would create a lot more opportunity. And it's just something that you can drum up in the business as a way of doing business.
I like that a lot. But my question sometimes is, you did it at the end of when they basically signed the dotted line. I've got colleagues that want to do it after the first discovery call.
I know it's a little bit like you haven't proved yourself, right? And but I think I don't think it's a bad thing. Try it.
There's no harm.
There's no harm in asking, because they understand what you do. You might find the introduction's actually stronger because the other person's more ready to buy.
So we'd have like a discovery call with them, found an issue, they've booked in for our demo or whatever, and they go, actually, do anyone else facing this? Like, how would you phrase that in the... Yeah,
on the call, remember that interest curve, like you've got what you wanted, you've got the commitment, now you've got more time. You could say, your style, might be a bit cheeky.
Yeah, okay. That is my line.
Right, it might be a bit cheeky, but I'm guessing that you network with people in the industry just like you with the same problems.
Okay, yeah.
And then sometimes, like this is the other thing, if you say this, can you give me a referral? The brain doesn't work. But if you say, can you think of someone you met recently, or can you think of someone specific that, like you're helping them again, you're just assisting someone to come up with the answer.
Yeah, okay.
And now the really cool thing, and this is when you become a master, if they turn around and give you that first name, what do?
Do the same thing with that person.
Well, yeah, but you ask them for another person.
We'll just keep going.
You just keep going.
Okay.
So, like, I'll tell you an example in like this is what I was taught in recruitment. It was kind of pretty crazy. You get someone on the phone for an opportunity, and you say, look, we've got this opportunity at XYZ company. I think you would be a great fit for it. And they say, I'm not looking right now. So I understand you're not looking, but I'm sure you've got friends at this level that would benefit from it. Yeah, I actually do. John. Boom. John sounds fantastic, but if I'm honest, like he might not be looking right now, and I really want to support the business I'm in. Like who else comes to mind? Who else? Like it's just like who else comes to mind? Pause. And there's a lot of reluctance there. They don't want to be freely giving out this information. But if you say it that way, who else comes to mind? I know you say that actually, so and so. Like help them, but again, get good at that. You can create some opportunity.
To make us do that when I was in recruitment to actually find out projects. So I'm sure you've done that
Similar
yourself,
process.
where you just you pitch a fake job. Great. Okay, what's happening at the current project that you're on, or what stage is that implementation in? You now know everything, so when you go to the recruitment.
Yeah, it's information gathering, right? And like again, you control it. You get good at the questions.